in the pneuma, the universe shaped by Yaldabaoth, certain forces watch over the deepest zones of the human psyche, where the soul is most vulnerable and illusion reaches its full extent. Armoupiael, the 10th Archon, is the Archon of fear. He governs the third lower domain, an abyss of fear, where the stability of the human psyche is tested. But why is an Archon necessary to link through fear, matter and psyche? And how does this fear become a tool of control, with which Armoupiael orchestrates the passage between the second and fourth domains, between confusion and oblivion? The name Armoupiael comes from the Greek armos, meaning link or joint. It perfectly defines the Archon's function, the one who connects matter and psyche. Without him, the psyche could perceive the light of the Pleroma too early and escape the cycle of material illusion. Armoupiael acts as a psychic regulator, transforming doubts and fear into subtle instruments of control, ensuring that the connection with matter, that is, the illusion of the world, remains intact without rupture. He is a hypostasis of Yaldabaoth, sharing his deformed nature and ignorance of divine light. His action does not touch the pneuma, which he neither knows nor can reach, but affects the psyche and the material world, precisely where manipulation is most effective. Armoupiael reigns over the third lower domain, at the heart of the 5 strata of Hades. He is the pivot linking Yobel, master of confusion, and Melchior, also called Adonine, master of oblivion. His role is clear: to transform human confusion into psychic tension, preparing the psyche to sink into oblivion if the pneuma does not awaken. For example, a hesitant mind, faced with a crucial decision, finds every option uncertain. Armoupiael intensifies this inner vertigo, making the psyche more dependent on illusory markers and reinforcing the control of illusion. The fear of failure or madness guides the psyche back along familiar, though illusory paths. Armoupiael rules inner fear, the one born of doubt and existential vertigo. The fear of psychic collapse, disorientation, and fragility of consciousness reinforces the Archon's manipulation, making the psyche more malleable and consolidating the domination of matter over spirit. Fear is a primary and universal emotion. It arises instinctively in the face of perceived or anticipated danger, real or illusory. Armoupiael uses this nearly uncontrollable perception as a tool of psychic regulation, a silent lever facilitating the manipulation of material illusion and blocking access to gnosis. Armoupiael acts through crystallization of doubt and amplification of inner tensions. Every hesitation becomes a psychic precipice. The psyche feels suspended unable to decide, as if the abyss itself were opening beneath its feet. Where Hypostasis hurls the human soul into confusion, Armoupiael intensifies this confusion through fear to promote oblivion. For example, confronted with a moral conflict, a person perceives each choice as an abyss. The heart grows heavy, thought freezes, decisions seem paralyzed, and fear bursts forth, making this vertigo real and enduring. Thus fear, when orchestrated, becomes a structuring force. It defines consciousness, guides perceived possibilities and impossibilities, and maintains the psyche in the third lower domain, exactly where illusion must remain effective to prepare the soul for Adonim's manipulation, for oblivion. Let us return to the question that guided our reflection. Why is Armoupiael necessary to link through fear, matter, and psyche? And how does this fear become a tool of control, with which the Archon orchestrates the passage between the second and fourth domains, between Hypostasis and Adonim, between confusion and oblivion? Armoupiael shows that the link is the foundation of archontic control, that fear can be transformed into a tool of regulation. It intensifies the illusion that masks the light of the pneuma, preventing it from fully awakening. Armoupiael, the watcher of the abyss, the archon of fear, is omnipresent in moments of doubt and inner vertigo. Only the conscious recognition of illusion allows mastery over our deepest fears and prevents our psyche from sinking into oblivion, from forgetting that we are truly a part of the divine. Then, the illusions of Armoupiael, instead of triggering oblivion, will, through gnosis, awaken our pneuma, revealing the path toward the unity of the Pleroma.